Today's topic is the effective nuclear charge and the calculation of screening constant. The effective nuclear charge is equal to actual nuclear charge minus sigma, where sigma is the screening constant. You know that in the case of multi-electron atoms, the inner electrons act as a screen between the nucleus and the outer electrons. Because of that, the nucleus doesn't show its complete effect on its outer electron, and this effect is known as the screening effect. The screening effect causes the decrease in the nuclear charge. The actual nuclear charge doesn't change, but the nuclear charge which acts on the outer electron decreases. That nuclear charge is called the effective nuclear charge. It is obtained by subtracting the screening constant from the actual nuclear charge. In order to find the screening constant, a scientist Slater proposed some rules. Those rules are known as Slater's rules. The Slater's rules are: 1. Write the electronic configuration of the element and group them as 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, 6s, 6p, etc. That means first we need to write the electronic configurations of the elements. After that, the sub-energy levels are grouped according to their main energy levels, that is in the increasing order of their main energy levels, so that S and P sub-energy levels are grouped together and D and F sub-energy levels are to be grouped together. The second rule is the electrons to the right of the group in which the electron lies, that is the electron under observation, that is for the electron to which we are going to calculate the screening constant, the NS and NP group or ND or NF group, that is either the electron under the observation is in NSNP group or NDNP group, the groups which are at the right of that group are not effective in the shielding. That is, the electrons present in these groups do not contribute anything to the sigma value, that is screening constant. The third one is all the other electrons in the NSNP group contribute to the extent of 0.35 each to the screening constant. Not only the NSNP group, NDNF group also, that is the group under observation. Each electron in that group which is under observation, that is for which we are calculating the screening constant, a value of 0.35 is contributed by each electron. All the other electrons in the NSNP group contribute to the extent of 0.35 each to the screening constant. That is, all the electrons in the group in which our electron under observation, that is the electron for which we are calculating the screening constant, contributes a value of 0.35 each to the screening constant. In the case of 1s electron, that is for helium atom, the contribution of electron in that NS orbital, that is the last orbital, is 0.30 only. This is applicable only for helium. Next rule is all the electrons in the n-1th shell contribute 0.85 each to the screening constant. This is for Ns and Np electrons only. The electrons in the n-1th shell, that is the penultimate shell, contribute 0.85 to the screening constant. And all the electrons in the n-2th shell, that is the anti-penultimate shell or the shells below it, all the electrons in the n-2th shell are lower, that is the anti-penultimate shell or the shells below it contribute a value of 1.0 each to the screening constant. In the case of D or F electrons, the rules 1, 2, 3 remain same, but rules 4 and 5 get replaced by 6. What is 4? All the electrons in the n-1 shell contribute 0.5 each. The fifth rule is all the electrons in the n-2 shell or lower contribute 1.0. The sixth rule is all the electrons in the groups lying left to ND-NF group, including NS-NP also, contribute 1.0 each to the screening effect. So the rules 4 and 5 are to be replaced by rule 6 in the case of D and F electrons. These are the rules proposed by Slater in order to calculate the screening constant. Let us see some examples. Hydrogen. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Its electron distribution is 1s1. So 1 electron in the first shell. There are no inner electrons. So sigma value is 0 for hydrogen atom as there are no inner electrons. Let us go to helium. Atomic number of helium is 2. Electron distribution is 2. That is, both the electrons are present in 1s orbital. Suppose if we want to calculate the screening constant of 1 electron, there is one more electron which causes screening effect to that electron. So the screening effect will be 1 into 0.30 as it is in the 1s orbital. So sigma value is 0.30 for helium atom. Lithium. Atomic number is 3. Electron distribution is 2, 1. Let us calculate the screening constant of outer electron. The outer electron is in the second shell, that is n value is 2 and it is in the s orbital. For all the s and p electrons in the outer shell, the inner electrons cause a value of 0.85 for the screening constant. There are 2 electrons in the inner shells of outer electron. So 2 into 0.85, that is equal to 1.70. That is, the sigma value is 1.70 for lithium. Beryllium. Atomic number is 4. Electron distribution is 2, 2. There are 2 electrons in the n-1th shell and 1 electron in the nth shell. 1 electron in the nth shell, which cause screening effect to the electron under observation. So the total screening constant for beryllium atom will be 2 into 0.85 plus 1 into 0.35. 2 into 0.85 plus 1 into 0.35, that is 1.7 plus 0.35, that will be 2.05. 2.05 is the screening constant for beryllium. For boron, atomic number is 5, electron distribution is 2, 3, 2 electrons in the inner shell and 3 electrons in the outer shell. So the differentiating electron lies in the second shell. In the second shell, there are 2 more electrons which cause the screening effect to the electron under observation. So the total amount of sigma value is 2 electrons in the inner shell, that is 2 into 0.85 plus 2 electrons in the outer shell, that is 2 into 0.35, that is 1.7 plus 0.7, that is equal to 2.40. Next, for carbon, atomic number 6, electronic configuration is 2, 4, 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2, 2, 4. These 2 electrons, first 2 electrons cause 0.85 each, and the next 3 electrons in the outer shell cause 0.35 each. So the total sigma value will be 1.7 plus 1.05, that is equal to 2.75. For the next element, nitrogen, atomic number is 7. The electron distribution is 2, 5. So the screening constant will be 2 into 0.85. Each inner electron contributes 0.85, and there are 4 electrons in the outer shell which cause the screening effect. 4 into 0.35, that is equal to 1.7 plus 4 into 0.35 is 1.4. 1.37 plus 1.4 is equal to 3.10. For oxygen, atomic number 8, electron distribution is 2, 6. The screening constant will be 2 into 0.85 by the inner electrons, and 5 more electrons in the outer shell cause 0.35 each. So 5 into 0.35, that is equal to 1.7 plus 1.75, that is equal to 3.45. For fluorine with atomic number 9, electron distribution is 2, 7. In the same way, the screening effect is 2 into 0.85 by the inner electrons and 6 into 0.35 from the valence electrons other than the electron under observation, that is 1.7 plus 6 into 0.35, that is 2.1, that is equal to 3.8. Next, for neon with atomic number 10, electron distribution is 2, 8. Screening constant will be 2 into 0.85 plus 7 into 0.35, that is equal to 1.7 plus 2.45, that will be 4.15. So in this way, the screening constant for the elements in a period gradually increase. The increase in the screening constant is observed in these calculations. In the same way, for the elements in a group, lithium, we already calculated for lithium. There are 3 electrons, electron distribution is 2, 1. So screening constant will be 2 into 0.85 by each inner electron, plus that is equal to 1.7. For the next element, sodium, atomic number is 11, electron distribution is 281. The electrons present in the antipenultimate shell and shells before them cause 1 each for the screening constant. So the screening constant of sodium will be 2 into 1.0 plus the electrons present in the penultimate shell cause 0.8, that is 8 into 0.85, that is equal to 2 into 1.0 is 2 plus 8 into 0.85, 6.8, that is equal to 8.8. So the screening constant of sodium is 8.8. For potassium, with atomic number 19, the electron distribution is 2881. The valence shell is the fourth shell. The electrons present in the antipenultimate shell and shells before that, that is first shell and second shell, each cause 1.0. There are 10 electrons in the antipenultimate shell and before that. So screening constant will be 10 into 1.0 plus penultimate shell has 8 electrons, 8 into 0.85 plus, that's all. That is equal to how much? 10 into 1.0, 10 plus 8 into 0.85, 6.8, that is equal to 16.8 for potassium. Next, rubidium. Atomic number of rubidium 19 plus 18, that is 37. Electron distribution is 2, 8, 18, 8, 1. For the outer electron, which is in the fifth shell, the penultimate shell has 8 electrons and antipenultimate shell and shells before that have 2 plus 8 plus 18, that is 28 electrons. Each causes 1.0. So 28 into 1.0 plus penultimate shell has 8 electrons, 8 into 0.85. That is equal to 28 plus 8 into 0.85, 6.8. That is equal to 34.8. Next, cesium. Atomic number of cesium is 55. Its electron distribution is 2, 8, 18, 18, 8, 1. All these electrons cause 1 each. That is, how many electrons are there? 36 plus 10, 46 electrons. Among each electron in this 46 cause 1.0 each. That is 46 into 1.0 plus 8 into 0.85, that is equal to 46 plus 6.8, that is equal to 52.8. 8 is the screening constant for cesium. In this way, the screening constant can be calculated. Let us see the screening constant of a d electron and s electron in a d block element. Let us take zinc. Atomic number of zinc is 30. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. If the electrons are grouped in the way proposed by Slater, we need to group 1s, 2s and 2p together, 3s, 3p together, next 3d, next 4s. 1s has 2 electrons, 2s and 2p has 8 electrons, 3s and 3p group has 8 electrons, 3d group has 10 electrons, and 4s group has 2 electrons. Let us calculate the screening constant of 4s electron. For 4s electron, sigma is, for 4s electron sigma is, for s electron and d electron, the rules are same. Each electron in the outer shell, that is nth shell, cause 0.35. There is one more electron which causes the screening constant to 4s electron in the zinc atom. So 1 into 0.35 plus the d electrons, all the electrons in the penultimate shell, including d electrons and s and p electrons. How many electrons are there? 18 electrons are there. So 18 into all these 18 electrons each cause 0.85. 18 into 0.85 plus the electrons in the penultimate shell and inner shells, 10 electrons, each causes 1.0. So that is 0.35 plus 18 into 0.85 is 15.3 plus 10 into 1.0, 10. That is equal to 10 plus 15.3, 25.3 plus 3.5, 25.65. That is 25.65. This is for s electron in zinc atom. For d electrons, let us calculate for d electrons. That is 3d electron. For 3d electron, sigma value is, arrangement is 1s, 2s 2p, 3s 3p, 3d 4s. For d electrons, these 2 electrons present in the 4s do not contribute anything, as these electrons lie on the right side of d electrons. So the effect of these 2 electrons in the 4s will be 0 for the screening constant. The d electron, each d electron causes 0.35. Each d electron causes 0.35. All the other electrons in the groups which lie left, including the electrons in the valence shell, that is 3s and 3p orbitals, also cause 1.0. How many electrons are there? 2 1s electrons and 8 2s and 2p electrons, 8 3s and 3p electrons. that is 8 plus 8 plus 2, that is 18 electrons. Each causes 1.0, 18 into 1.0 plus here 9 more electrons are there, 9 into 0.35 plus 2 into 0, these do not cause anything. That is 18 plus 9 into 0.35, 3.15 plus 0, that is 18 plus 3.15, that is equal to 21.15. This is the screening constant for d electron. For d electron, the screening constant is 21.15. For s electron in the same atom, in the valence shell, the screening constant is 25.65 for the same atom zinc. These are the screening constants of two different electrons present in 4s orbital and 3d orbital for zinc atom. So from these, we can observe that the magnitude of the screening constant in the case of S and P block elements increases in the period as well as in the group. And from these observations, that is from the screening constants of the same elements for different electrons, the value depends upon the orbital in which the electron lies. If the screening constant is calculated, the effective nuclear charge can be calculated by subtracting this value from actual nuclear charge. If effective nuclear charge is Z star, then Z star is equal to Z minus screening constant sigma, where Z star is the effective nuclear charge, that is the charge which the electron actually influences, and Z is the actual nuclear charge, that is charge of the nucleus, and sigma is the screening effect. In this way, effective nuclear charge can be calculated by the calculation of sigma value. Let us discuss some other concept in the next class. Thank you.